You're listening to That Home Loan Hub. I'm Zibuni Salimova, here to make home loans and property investing simple, smart and stress-free. Let's get you closer to your property dreams. Hello and welcome back to the episode of Kunch Cares. Hey Kunch!
Kia ora everyone, how are we all?
Good. Kunch, what are we talking about today? What do you care about today?
I think we should be talking about cashbacks because we've seen a few news articles saying that banks are in a little bit of a cashback war. And
Wait. What is a cashback?
Right, so a cashback is a cash incentive that banks are paying clients to either refinance their home loan or take out a home loan. And at the moment, there was a big article that came out on Stuff, I think it was. I saw that banks are giving $20,000
Up to
$20,000. Yes, keyword, up to. But I've seen a lot of questions going, how do I get 20K?
Yeah.
How do I get $20,000?
So how does a Sally get up to $20,000 cashback?
Wow. It sounds cool getting $20,000, but it's actually based on your loan balance. So you'd have to be borrowing over $2 million to be able to get $20,000. So I think that's where the mixed messages are coming through for people who are like, anyone could do with $20,000. I could do with $20,000.
Yeah. So what are the T's and C's?
Yeah. So the T's and C's are basically cash incentives on your loan balance or your loan volume. So it would have to be, like I said, it's got to be over $2 million to get $20,000. But also $2 million is a 1%. So it's 1% of 20.
And some of the banks we know they do about up to 0.9. So
exactly.
One of the major players. And so if your average loan is $500,000, then 90.9% cashback will be $4,500.
Yes. Yeah. And that was another thing I wanted to mention was that banks are actually only doing about 0.8 to 0.9. So it's actually, like I said, you have to actually be 1% of $2 million to get 20K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just to get some, just to demystify that, how do we get $20,000?
Well, you can get 4.5 or, 10,000 if your mortgage is sitting at around $1 million.
Yes.
But in order to get 20,000, you have to be borrowing over $2 million. And look, there are a lot of clients that have, big property portfolio, etc., and that could be a good time for them to be moving from bank to bank.
Absolutely.
So you can get that while refinancing. Yes. And even though some of it may go to your lawyers, because remember when you are refinancing, you do need to engage a lawyer that will be registering mortgage against the bank.
Yes.
So you have to account for that cost. And this is what cashback was supposed to cover back in the day. It used to be called solicitor contribution.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then over time it changed into cash contribution.
Correct.
Now, the other hooks are with the deal. Usually you have to be with the bank for
3 years or more. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they claw that back as well. So
if you win lotto and repay your mortgage, or if you
doesn't matter then.
But if you do refinance your mortgage to another bank, the current bank that has given you that cash contribution can take back some of that cash back.
Correct.
So, and usually it works on pro-rata. So if, 100% equivalent to 3 years, if you left them after 2 years, you'll have to pay back 33% back of that cashback. So always good one to look out for. And while we're on the cashback topic, let's talk about quickly cash retention, because that's slightly different as well, but similar.
Yes. So cash retention is your existing bank can potentially offer you cash retention to stay with them. So they work it out on, again, a percentage of your loan. So it depends on what your balance is and things like that. But there are opportunities out there for banks to offer that retention to retain their customers. So it's always, a good idea to have a chat with your mortgage advisor to see whether there is a retention offer available for you.
Yeah, so what we usually do is we sit down with you and we look at your numbers. If you move, you will get X amount. and you'll have to spend on lawyers, or you may have to pay back some of the existing cashback that you've been given, 2 years ago. Or if you stay, you will potentially get XYZ, So then we do a comparison between, is it worth staying or is it worth going?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So today we've covered off cashback and cash retention. Conch, is there anything else you want to throw in?
Well, I thought break fees, because when we're talking about refinances, sometimes there's possibly a break fee when we're refinancing.
Yeah. So if you're currently fixed and let's say your loan is made up of two parts, one is coming up to be refixed and one is still refixed and you've got another 6 months to go, it's important, vitally important to double check what are your break fees.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So that was an episode of Conch Kiss. See you later.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
And that's a wrap on that Home Loan Hub. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join me next time for more property tips and tricks. Your next smart move starts here.